Hey, y'all, what's going on? This TonedLover reporting in
Tone.
live.
We
So
live.
check this out. Just dropped the album, Pink Lemonade.
Yup.
You know, get your drink on.
Lemonade.
It's a nice drink. You know what I'm saying? I truthfully, before I made this, like on a Palmer, you know what I'm saying? But this is way better than that. I guarantee. So we got Pink Lemonade.
Yup.
Right? That's the name of the album. Honestly, I don't know how I got the name. I'm gonna keep it a band with you.
Downloads.
It came from the world. It was a download.
No lie.
You know what I'm saying? It came straight to me. Pink Lemonade. You know what I'm saying? And it all tied into one, basically. So I'd like to say, starting off, you know, in these times that we're in, or you know, when you feel like you don't know enough, or you feel like things are unbearable, you know what I'm saying, or what you're going through, just pay attention to the now, which can seem like an endless like stream of
Series of events, man. For real.
like nothingness at times. You know what I'm saying? It just feels as if you're traveling through time. You know what I'm saying? How can we really gauge what time is and measure it? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of as if we're traveling through, you know, the universe. You know what I'm saying? So
For real.
what I like to say is, any answers that you need, you will get them.
Facts.
You seek, you will find. If you desire something, you know, you want to learn more, you can, you will.
You will.
You just have to, you know, flow. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'll come to you as everything does. You know what I'm saying? And because nothing's by coincidence. And, you know,
Shout out, yeah.
things for you might be different than things for others, but you have to learn to find the value in all those things. You know what I'm saying? Because the true value of what we have, whether it's tangible or whether it's knowledge or whatever you value or learn to find value in,
Right.
is what really is what really nourishes the soul,
For real.
the mind. You know what I'm saying? No matter what people may do, you know what I'm saying? The snares, the traps,
Watch out for the trap.
you know, the distractions. You know what I'm saying? You have to really sit and
Open your mind.
learn to, when I say sit, I mean to think, you know what I'm saying? To allow things to flow, to come upon you.
Keep it
You know what I'm saying?
moving.
You don't have to run this way and this way and this way and that way to get an answer.
Right,
Go
right.
where your heart desires, and you'll understand that you find deeper truths in every single thing
Flow like
and
water.
how you viewed it. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's more than one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Everything's more than black and white. You know what I'm saying? So you can be monochromatic or you can be colorful. And this is where we get to thinking. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways to view things. You know what I'm saying? And as humans, we can be prideful, and there's nothing wrong with pride.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
We could be hateful. It's a valid feeling.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But one thing or quote that I like to use is, we can hold on to our judgment, expectations, and beliefs, but we can't hold on to a breath, which is a manifestation
Of
of
the
the
present
present moment.
Yep.
So when we use dichotomous thinking,
What's that?
black and white, good or bad, all or nothing, we limit ourselves in a view of our perception of what we may learn and who we are and what we can learn about ourselves.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you really want to have an open range in mindset through everything and not label everything as good or bad, because you put yourself in the confines of living, you know what I'm saying, of what life is, of giving life, you know what I'm saying, and even taking life from things, you know what I'm saying, because that's the power that God has given us, which is within you and me. We can give, we can take life,
Facts.
we can create,
Right. Create.
you know what I'm saying, but
We are creators, bro. Real talk.
It just it's very intricate. You know what I'm saying? You have the cerebral cortex. It's in the brain.
Right.
It's colorful thinking. So, you know, when we can view the world in a way that's not black and white, you know, whether it's race wars or, you know, whether it's seeing things in a different perspective,
Right.
we allow, you know, new information and things to come about.
Down.
You know what I'm saying? We allow, like nature, to flow,
Hey, man.
to learn. Everything works together. You know what I'm saying? Nothing goes without anything or without another. So we can't be, it's not good to be dichotomous, but as humans we can be that because, you know, we could be ego driven.
Right.
You know, we can have these motives, you know, of, you know, where we may have to actually use that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where war comes. But the colorful thinking is what really keeps the world going. Where we can go from there is we want to express ourselves, opinions and feelings openly and behave as they want or without worrying what other people think.
Right.
We want to express ourselves freely.
Right. Freely.
Uninhibited, right?
Uninhibited.
And in doing so, this allows us not to be in a trap of what was depicted of us, you know, being hypnotized.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of what we view, and how we listen to things. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to label everything good or bad, and you know we have these moral and value, but there's things that you can learn from things that are shunned upon.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? That
Real
is
talk.
truth. You know, that is a part of this world.
Facts,
And whatever comes within your universe,
your own universe.
I would advise that you just look at it as, you know, nature. You know what I'm saying? So going from there, we have to think freely.
Right.
So one thing I want to talk about is my personal experience with viewing things negative and good, right? So I was born in America, the United States of America, right?
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Duh, nigga.
In various cultures, you know, people of color are depicted a certain way. We're told in school, through history, through all this time that we're just slaves or this or that.
Right,
but in doing so, you know, we don't deny it. But there's so much more that's tied into a people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's happening all over the world, variously through time and time again.
Way up.
But what I'd like to say is, we have the Quran, we have the Bible, we have all these religions. Right. One thing that I would like to say that I've experienced is the feeling of a raisin egg, right? It's wild, right?
Hey,
how the fuck do you feel like that? There's a certain way you can feel like that. It's alchemy, right? So
science.
What I would like to explain it is, it's a physical feeling. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, this isn't like a term written down in a dictionary, this or that. It's in the Quran and stuff like that. You know, just getting on the topic of slavery and you know, and how it's the role it's played in this country or just the world in itself. And I would like to get to the fact of raising it. So it's a physical feeling in the brain caused by an alchemical imbalance. Right. Your brain feels as if it's formless, as if it's melting when in the sun, similar to a raisin. And as we know, as colored people, how detrimental it is, you know,
in the sun
with melanin and what ties into the energy fields all around us,
We all need the sun.
and
yo.
the one
Oh,
free
we all
energy
gonna
field
die.
that we forever have is the sun. You know what I'm saying? It's been here for forever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's light. You know what I'm saying? And it builds its strength, its energy. So alchemically or chemically, if you are in a state of malnourishment, or you know, in a state of distress, or in a state of, you know, whatever state you're in,
Right.
you can feel this feeling. And I felt
Right.
this in
It's
2020.
science, man. It's test.
The
man.
craziest shit ever.
Nothing is new under the sun, man.
As what I've learned, been told in school, like the fourth or fifth generation from slavery. So to have felt this feeling intuitively, it's just it comes to me. It's just crazy.
Physically too, man. No lie. I ain't gonna bullshit.
As to why energy was harvested for things to be built, you know what I'm saying, or to thrive, and to be destroyed, to be tampered with, you know, to, you know, all these things. So I got a language. I have a love for music, and the spirit of music, it wards off bad spirits, you know, it causes you to dance, you know what I'm saying,
Two-step.
you know, to
Hey.
have joy, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, to tap into different emotions, and you can view it as bad or negative,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, but it's just all the way that you utilize it and how you listen to it. And this is where I get to the album Pink Lemonade. So Pink Lemonade, as we know, we probably all had Pink Lemonade before it hit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Lemonade good, but Pink Lemonade smacks.
Hey, man.
Right?
Hey, them Kool-Aid
So,
jammers ain't good for you, bro.
With
Real
that
talk.
being
All that
said, you
sugar
gotta
ain't
quench your
good for you.
thirst, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's where this comes in. It's a drink for your spirit. It's a drink for your soul when you're
Real.
thirsty. When you're hot, when it's hot outside. You know what I'm saying? Get your spirits up. You know what I'm saying? So this is really how this album came about, is because of how I felt in 2020, 2021, when I felt as if I was casted out of society, you know, in the wilderness.
Like
to say,
David.
you know what I'm saying, being driven by forces or things that were causing me to run from, you know, the light of God, you know what I'm saying, and I would never want anybody to feel like that, but in doing so, like, you know, if you live, you know what I'm saying, if you live, you know, it's a beautiful thing within itself.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And even in death, it's a beautiful thing.
Even in death, too.
So,
Facts.
I will say, this is the best drink that I ever made.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as my spirit and the creation of making this, the downloads, the process, it's a great feeling. It's an expression, it's therapy. So hopefully you take it the same when you listen to it, right? Let's get into it though. And you should go cop that too. I ain't gonna lie, it's smack. Not the Minute Maid. You gotta get the organic one.
The
Straight
real.
up.
Pink
But
lemonade, no lie.
we got Pink Lemonade, pink, right? So how many letters are in the word pink? 4. And we got lemonade. How many letters in the word lemonade? 8.
8,
right?
For real.
So in total, we have the ingredients and we have what it affects, which is alchemy. So we got strawberry, that's ingredient 1. We have the divine feminine, which is ingredient 2. We have H2O. How the hell else are you gonna make lemonade without water?
Right.
Then we have the spirit of wine, and the spirit of wine is a spirit, is a very powerful spirit.
Right.
As you probably heard in Christianity, you know, Jesus having the spirit of wine, You know what I'm saying? So we'll go from there. It's it's nourishment. You know what I'm saying? It's for your body. So the first ingredient, strawberry, is a mind state, right? It's how we view the world. You know what I'm saying? How we, if you're awake or if you're, sleep, or you see through the illusion, the Maya. You know what I'm saying? It's the mind. It translates to the mind. This is how we get 8. You got strawberry, you got mind. You have the divine feminine, strawberry, what? Pink. When you mix it with water, H2O, it's the divine feminine, which affects your will, and the H2O is the body, because we intake the drink, pink lemonade.
Drink it up.
And then we have this. Then we have emotions. This affects your emotions. So
energy and motion.
We got mind, will, body, and emotions. So
soul, man.
With these 4 ingredients, we experience the magic, through the vibration of the music, through the words, through the cadences, through the emotion carried through it. You know what I'm saying? And there might be bits and pieces that you catch that you like, some that you don't like, but it's the overall energy put into it and the process behind it. And I really hope you guys enjoy this, or enjoy it when you listen to it. But so with this being said, when you listen to music or you're intrigued by an artist, really break down not only the words but the feeling of the music, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things can be deemed as negative, you know what I'm saying, or positive, but it's the spirit that it gives you, you know what I'm saying? If it's uplifting, or if you're, if you have to cry, or if you want to get hyped, you want a 2-step, you know what I'm saying? You trying to stomp out, you dig? No lie, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you, whatever rocks your boat, you know what I'm saying? Whatever gets you rocking, whatever gets you popping, whatever gets you stunting, whatever gets you rocking out, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's wartime, you know what I'm saying? It's music for war, it's music for peace, it's music for joy, it's music to cry. So don't ever let nobody put you in a box to tell you what you can and can't listen to, because it's genius in all of the sounds, because this is borrowed from the universe. You know what I'm saying? This is a download. This is one. You know what I'm saying? As the stars are, you know what I'm saying? That energy is not destroyed. It doesn't dissipate even when they explode. It just keeps recycling. So the words that we use, the sounds, it's truly a great experience just overall. So sip that and sip that, you know what I'm saying? Don't down it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta sip. But like I want to say, that's that. So when you nourish the mind, will, body, and emotions, this is how you are able to transcend past certain emotions, certain obstacles, certain environments. And these things, in a way, can destroy environments, can destroy the body, can destroy the mind. So it's all about how you utilize it, right? Don't be dichotomous. Don't view anything bad. Don't view anything good. Feel the music. Like when you drink that lemonade, and feel it. Enjoy that. Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But where I would like to go with this is something that I would like to explain is the pyramid, right? You know what I'm saying? Federal Reserve. This is where it leads, you know. In this country, like I said, feeling like a raisin head, and slavery and how so much of the country was built upon, and how the direction the world is headed. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to understand that the nourishment of our mind and body is so important, because the spirit that we need is to fight. You know what I'm saying? We have to fight. You know what I'm saying? In this war, life is about being a warrior in a garden, not the gardener at war. And the only way you can do that is by experience. The only way you can do that is by acknowledging God. You know what I'm saying? Having faith. You know what I'm saying? Because without that, then what good can come about anything? You know what I'm saying? You're living. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're dead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta move forward. So I want to get to, give me 1 second, flipping through my pages. I want to get to the pyramids, right? So, and this is where we get into energy, frequency, and vibrations. So the pink lemonade, that's, it's good, it's nourishment, but you drink it, you drink it for nourishment, but you don't need it to live. You know what I'm saying? So it's balance. It's a delicacy in itself. The experience, like I said. But we have an image that I created. It was a silver chain, right? And it represents the base of the pyramid. It's where we get into energy, frequency, and vibrations. So the chain represents slavery, right? But it also represents the, it's in itself, it's a chain. You know what I'm saying? You wear it around your neck. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a sense of freedom, or the illusion of freedom, however you want to view it. And then we have the pennies, which are within the chain. So they're and we have a dime, nickel, and from a bird's eye view, you can see everything. So right here, but those are just what we have. We have a dime, nickel, amplifier, penny, and a chain. So this is where we get into the spiritual and how pyramids work. We have a pyramid scheme. You can look that up. Pyramid scheme. You have energy, frequency, vibrations. You have the spiritual. You have the metaphysical, and life. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at this image right here, as you can see, is the pennies are within the chain, and they're copper, and copper is for electricity, right? You have the amp. When you use an amplifier, you plug it into something in order for it to work from electricity, from power. And this power comes from various sources, you know what I'm saying? From the sun. So you have the copper colored people, which is melanin, which is sulfur, which is gold. And as you can see, the amp is gold itself. You know what I'm saying? So what we're basically looking at here is an ancient construct that is used today, right? So you have the chain, which is slavery, which is silver, the moon. It's the base of the pyramids, and within it is the penny, which is the value of one, which has Abraham Lincoln on it, and the $5 bill, which has Abraham Lincoln on it. Then you have copper, the copper colored people, which are a transmitter for electricity. In the middle of the chain is an amplifier, gold, sulfur, melanin, powered by the sun. And at the top of the amplifier is a nickel. God body, arm, leg, head. That's your full body. And then we have the Kadashis, which is the hospital, health, combining of sulfur, male, quicksilver, female, and the pineal gland. And this is where the alchemy comes in. You know what I'm saying? With the spirit, the pink lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Health. You know what I'm saying? The God body. And with that being said, you have the dime. It's worth 10 cents. And it lays on top of the nickel, which represents Federal Reserve. Hence as to why its size is larger than a nickel. And this represents a system. And with all this being together, it's union between material and the spiritual. And you see it's the symbol like of King Solomon. You know, this is where we get that answer from. So what we can conclude here is that you know, slavery is you know, was you know, I fuck. So as we can conclude, like I was saying, shit, you know, slavery is, you know, is one thing, but I want to get to the chain and why it's silver. I want to get to why the moon is within the sun and why the sun is power for the amplifier, right? So one thing that I could tell you is, view it this way, you know, and then the moon, you could also call it Allah, you know what I'm saying? The moon is the subconscious and the sun is the conscious. And why is that? If the chain is silver, right? And if the amplifier and the copper is there in the energy, what comes down as above, so below, the King of Solomon, what comes down into the consciousness as a download? It's the silver, which is Mercury, which is one of the elements of heaven. So we look at the chain and it's silver, right? And this is just representation of, you know, the moon, the subconscious, and Mercury and stuff like that. So what I would like to say about all of that is it all ties together. And this is where we get into the system. And in the God body, you know what I'm saying, and the dime and the nickel, right? So the dime is federal, right? Hey, these niggas, how you going federal? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You drop a dime, right, in the trap. What happens when you drop a dime? You know what I'm saying? It's federal. You know what I'm saying? The feds. You know what I'm saying? So we know how that go. But what I would like to say about the God body and the copper underneath it and how it all pieces together is above, so below. The moon, Allah, the people, the chain below, all ties together. So the silver lining in the wall, the silver lining is in the wall is the technological advances, the balance between the sun and the moon together. And the wall can be viewed as the physical body. So one thing I would like to state is, I reside on earth physically. Mercury, silver, is messenger of the gods, which is closest to the sun, right? So what does that mean? The light from the sun is consciousness and the moon is subconscious. And it acts as a transmitter for Mercury, messenger of the gods. So what I'm trying to say is that they're the people, you know, the copper colored people, the penny, are the people of God. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, and it's golden. You know, being put through that fire. You know what I'm saying? in a sense, in a like a saying, being put through the fire, through a test, or through these things. Even through hardship and more than hardship, injustice, as you can view it, it just proves how powerful God is in a sense. And in another way, how detrimental it is. What I'd like to say is, we are more than this physical body, right? We can go beyond the physical body. It's more than we can go beyond the limitation of its physical body, but we still face problems on this plane, and that's what the silver lining in the wall is. So that's just food for thought. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Nourish your mind, nourish your soul. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen to a good song, Got Me Up. TonedLover fusing Marcus this circuit. Got Me Up. And check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's a good song. It's nourishment. It's a lot of teaching in there. And that's where I'm gonna stop it right now. We're gonna have a part 2. This all ties into where technological advances are leading to, you know what I'm saying, and how it affects us in time, and the things that have existed today and before our time, before we were here, when we were here, when we weren't here, and that's here now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Green and purple and silver. You know what I'm saying? That's the next topic. GPS. You know what I'm saying? That's the next topic. You know what I'm saying? We can, navigate our way through lives, or try to navigate everything through the limitations of technological advancements. But doing that is going to limit you from the path that you need to take, that God has for you. You know what I'm saying? As they say, or it's been said, you can take the narrow path, or you can take the wide path. You know what I'm saying? So, as I said, we come back to deeper things we know, and find deeper truths. And in that in itself, there's no navigation. These things come to you. You know what I'm saying? This is the law of the universe. So, nourish your mind, nourish your body, nourish your soul. And rise, you know what I'm saying, as the sun does. You know what I'm saying? Receive, you know what I'm saying, the messages, you know what I'm saying, from the messenger. You know what I'm saying? The balance in the moon and the sun, the energy, the pyramid scheme, who you are, where you're from, your lineage, the melanin that you have, or as a human being, just communion, coming together, you know what I'm saying, and learning. And just check it out. We are royal people. We come from royalty. Nature is very important, and we should strive to grow and find balance with technological advances and nature. And in doing so, we can find balance and a better relationship with God as we receive these messages, and as this energy nourishes us, you know what I'm saying, and as we grow. So go check out Pink Lemonade and give it a view. Go check out Got Me Up and vibe out for sure. We're gonna have a part 2 next. Audi 5000. I'm outie.
TonedLover.